Are we going to end up in day 2 with another very quick sprint race? 200 meters. They've got a slight following wind. It's all beautifully set up here. 8 points for Tamari Davis from that 100. Looked great. Can she produce something in the 200? Can Melissa Jefferson-Wooden take the slam again against the better 200-meter runners this time? We've had additions to this. Great race. Daryll Neita is one of our racers and knows that she really needs to step up here if she wants to get in amongst the big money. The Brit is certainly capable of doing that. Brittney Brown, medalist in Paris, medalist at the World Championships back in Doha 2019, running well. Wasn't as sharp in the 100 as she would have liked. Was Gabby Thomas close enough? She was 4th. Big favorite to win this 200. What happens behind her if she does win? Where do the others finish? How many points are they going to get? What about Favour Ofili, the Nigerian? Might be a little bit tougher in lane 3, but she's a good 200-meter runner as well. 21.96. Not many get under 22 seconds. She's done it in her career and has already been pretty sharp this season. Jacia Sears, she's going to be in lane 2. It'll wait for the crowd, and every one of these athletes is running for good money as well, even for Kayla White right on the inside. We'll be able to see everybody, see the whole race unfolding ahead of her.
Set.
Clean break from everybody. Good start from Neita. Jefferson-Wooden moving, but look at Gabby Thomas has already taken yards out of Brittney Brown, and Jefferson-Wooden is going well around that bend. Has run a superb bend, Jefferson-Wooden. Gabby Thomas is right there in the mix, but look at this. They've taken it to her, and now on the outside, Davis is storming through. Who's going to take this? It's going to be pretty close on the line. It's going to be Thomas, though. Thomas gets it. 21. Yes, 21.95. The wind is legal this time. A sub-22 clocking for Thomas, but our slam champion is going to be Jefferson-Wooden, because Davis, although she's come second, oh, is it going to be Davis? No, because you don't get the same points.
You have to, with the win, you get a bonus.
Yep. 12.86, and she knows it. Jefferson-Wooden. Do you know what? It's not a personal best for Gabby Thomas, because this is her event. Davis, personal best. Jefferson-Wooden, personal best.
I think changed up a little bit, right?
For that.
She did. Like I said, in lane 4, it's a little bit tougher for someone as tall as Gabby Thomas. But it's funny how things change up a little bit. People usually look up at the scoreboard to see their times, but now they're looking at the points. They want to know if they have enough points to win the slam. And Melissa Jefferson-Wooden coming out with another slam championship. The first person to defend their slam championship.
At this point, who's going to win?
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it was tight for Gabby around that turn in lane 4, and she didn't come off the turn in front. She had to use her maintenance, those long legs, to get through to the line before everyone else. Right now, it's anyone's race, but anyone who knows the 200 would know that it's just a matter of time before Gabby opens up those long limbs and comes through. Look at Melissa at the latter part of the race. It's something that she's going to have to work on. I saw it at the end of the 100 as well. When she is getting to the line and needs to get there faster, she rolls her shoulders. She's not going to get the same extension and the same trajectory off of her stride if she does that.
You know what? When there's 100K up for grabs, roll your shoulders.
We're all going to roll our
Just give it
shoulders, right?
everything.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. If the form goes, she's fighting for it. That's the point. I think she knew, because Davis came back, and all of a sudden she's under pressure, because had Ofili popped in there into 3rd as well, who was charging in lane 3, could have all been different anyway.
Yep.
There is our slam champion.
Melissa, you are now 2 for 2 as slam champions. What does that mean to you?
It's a testament to all the work I've been putting in. You know, my goal for this year is to literally focus on me, no matter how hard I work. Sometimes it's just not enough for everybody, but my goal this year is to prove to everybody what I can do.
You talked about you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. What makes you uncomfortable in this league, and how are you overcoming it?
Just, you know, stepping out of my comfort zone. There's a lot of well-renowned and, you know, grounded women in the 200, and, you know, I'm not known to be a 200 runner, so I'm pushing the boundaries. I'm seeing what I got out there, and hopefully.
4th at the World Junior Championships over 400 meters 4 years ago. Under 23 seconds this year. There'll be a huge roar for the athlete in 7. Elaine Thompson-Herah, second fastest woman of all time over 100, the third fastest of all time over 200. Favour Ofili of Nigeria, their national record holder, the 19-year-old, will start in lane number 6. Natalia White of Jamaica will start in 5, 8th in the 100-metre final here, 4th at the Jamaican National Championships this year over this distance. Christine Mboma from Namibia, the 19-year-old national record holder, has had her injury problems this year, but she's back, she's in this final and starts in 4. Beth Dobbin of Scotland. The line-up in lane number 3, a semi-finalist in the Olympics last year, the Scottish record holder, 22.5 at her best. And completing the line-up from the Gambia, Gina Bass, just outside 23 seconds in qualifying. She starts in lane number 2. So the final track action on this Saturday night. Bass, Dobbin, Mboma, White. Ofili, Thompson-Herah, there she is. Connolly and McDonald. She won the 100 metres in 10.95 seconds. That was her first individual Commonwealth Games medal. The athlete that's done the double-double, the 100 and 200 metres at 2 Olympics in a row, is aiming to win the 200-metre title here. Still shouts from fans around the crowd. But a clean start. Thompson-Herah has got out nicely in lane number 7. She's took the stagger from Connolly outside of her. She's eating it up, the Jamaican. Thompson-Herah into the home straight. Ofili, the Nigerian, in second in the lane inside of her. And Mbomma's going to get the bronze. Keep your eye on the clock. 22.02 seconds. I thought it was under threat, and she's taken the game's record off Sinead Miller-Weibo. A plus 0.6 metre wind. It was brilliant from Elaine Thompson-Herah, and now she's the double Commonwealth champion. She got exactly what she wanted here in Birmingham. Ofili picks up the silver, and Mboma the bronze. Both games' records have gone in the 200 metres, Steph, evening on the track.
Well, something about running at night here, it's just been magical. And do you know what? It wasn't that dramatic in the end. It pretty much went to script. Elaine made her presence known on the bend, and the race really was, in the end, for the silver and the bronze. And I'm just so pleased for her. You know, perhaps she didn't have the championship. Perhaps she didn't have the championships that she wanted in Eugene, but she has come back. And she has finished her season on her terms. You can see her third from the left in the screen. And just in those first 20 meters, her stall was set out. The moment she was gone around that bend, no one was going to catch her. But the interesting battle was happening at the back as Christine Mboma we didn't really know what she was going to do. As you say, she was coming back from injury. Her very first 200, really, that we'd seen her in was in the heats. But Favour Ofili managed to hold her off for that silver medal.
It was a huge win in the end. Such is the class of Elaine Thompson-Herah. And it means a lot for an athlete that has everything. Her house just sparkles of pure gold back in Jamaica. And as we said at the start of tonight's broadcast, Jamaican Independence Day today, and they've had a storming session here again in Birmingham. It was never in doubt, as you say, Steph. She went round the bend. She held her form wonderfully well. At her best, 21.53, but 22.02 tonight, and the gold medal.
And I love it. She's been so...
The women's 200 meters at the Grand Slam track event in Miami delivered exactly what sprint fans crave: speed, tension, and a clear statement from the world's elite. Under warm Florida skies and near-perfect sprinting conditions, the race became a defining moment of the early season, and once again, Gabby Thomas stood above the rest. Coming into the race, Thomas was the undisputed favorite. As the reigning Grand Slam champion from Jamaica and one of the most consistent performers in the 200 meters over the past 2 seasons, expectations were sky high. Drawn in lane 4, she faced a challenging bend, with aggressive starters lined up on both sides. But from the moment the gun fired, it was clear that Thomas was fully in control of the race. Through the curve, she ran with smooth efficiency rather than raw aggression, allowing her technique to do the work. Daryll Neita, known for her power and competitive edge, stayed within striking distance early on, while Tamari Davis attacked the bend with visible intent. Brittney Brown, experienced and composed, held her form well as the field entered the straight. That is where the race truly changed. As the athletes transitioned off the bend, Thomas shifted gears effortlessly. Her upright posture, relaxed arms, and precise stride pattern allowed her to accelerate when others began to tighten. Meter by meter, she pulled away, turning a competitive heat into a decisive victory. Crossing the line in 21.95 seconds with a legal tailwind, Thomas posted one of the fastest times of the season and a clear warning to the rest of the global sprinting field. Behind her, the battle for the remaining positions was fierce. Neita fought hard to maintain contact, Davis showed flashes of her explosive potential, and Brown relied on her experience to finish strongly. Yet none could match the late-race dominance of Thomas, whose closing speed once again proved to be her greatest weapon. This performance in Miami was not just another win. It was a message. Gabby Thomas is not easing into the season, she is setting the standard. With championship races looming later in the year, this 200-meter display confirmed that she remains the athlete to beat, combining speed, composure, and tactical intelligence at the highest level of the sport.